welcome back. Well, tonight's game against the Canadiens, I'm not even really going to talk about it because it's really a nothing burger, but it is good to see everyone getting out there and getting their points and kind of getting things put together. And it's good to see Simmons come up tonight, and he really had a spectacular game tonight. He had a really good game tonight. It was a good tune-up game for him, and maybe a last ditch effort to say, hey, you need me in this lineup. He did a really good job tonight. He was really motivated. In the second period, Samsonov tweaking his knee or his groin, whichever, that was alarming. The last thing you want to do in these last few games is get one of your players hurt, especially the number one goaltender. We can't afford to, obviously, to have anybody hurt, but especially Samsonov. And Jett Alexander, he signed an amateur tryout agreement tonight to come up and backstop Samsonov, as Matt Murray is still out with a head injury, and there's no update on that so far. But Dubas did do something genius. So maybe all this is in the works right now, so to speak, because the Leafs ended up playing a short-handed tonight. They ended up being short a player tonight. They sent Matt Murray they couldn't put him on LTIR because there's less than 10 games left in the season, so they couldn't put him on LTIR. So what they did is the Leafs played a short-handed game, on the bench. They were minus a player. They sent Wall back down to the Marlies. They called up Simmons, and then they signed Jett to an ATO, which kind of just went around the cap. And here's why. Dubas is currently in Florida right now watching Matthew Knies, his last game in the Frozen Four. After the game, Dubas is planning to sign an entry-level contract or offer an entry-level contract to Matthew Knies. So that'll be something to good for the Leafs to come out of that and get that contract signed. Now, is he going to come into playoff action? Probably not. It's not fair to the coaches, as they were talking about earlier on the broadcast. It's not fair to the coaches, and it's not fair to Matthew Knies either, having not seen him play a single NHL game. So it's wise just to keep him out. Maybe, bring him up for a game or two on the last stretch here. I think they got 4 games left or 3 games left anyway. They got Monday. They have the Panthers, I believe. Tuesday, the Lightning. And then Thursday is New York Rangers. So 3 games left. So Kyle Dubas is planning on signing Matthew Knies to an entry-level contract, a maximum entry-level contract, as well as maxing out the signing bonuses, but including no performance bonus. And that's pretty standard with the entry-level contracts as of late. So tonight's game, it really was nothing. It was just a tune-up game for players like Simmons. It was good to see Ryan O'Reilly in another game, getting him ready again after he was off for 4 weeks, a month. He was out with a broken finger. He had surgery and it has healed. So it was nice to see him back in the game. But the whole game, you're just holding your collective breath, hoping that nobody gets hurt. And Samsonov really scared a lot of people in the second, especially the way he was favoring that leg. And then even went over to the bench and talked to the trainers at the TV timeout. It was really, it was alarming for sure. And everybody was waiting to see what was going to happen. And also at the end of the game, and there was like a minute and change left in the game. It was nice to see Jett getting a chance to go in the net. I don't even think he got a shot, but doesn't matter. It was a good experience for the kid to get in there and just get between the pipes for a professional NHL game. And many more to come for him in the future. I don't know. He plays for the University of Toronto. So we'll just wait and see on that. I think he's 22 years old, but I'm not sure anything else about this guy. He did backstop the Avalanche when they were in town, as he was the backup goaltender. He didn't get a chance to get in that game. He had to wait in the dressing room, and that was that. But tonight's game with the Canadiens, it was a solid game. Like, I'm not going to really, dissect it too much. It was really, a nothing game. And you're talking the Montreal Canadiens right now. They're, the bottom 10 in the league right now. So, whoopee, this late in the season, it's just good to see that everyone else is getting their reps in. But I will say that Tampa, they're in the same frame of mind here, because the Senators beat them. Like, what was the score here? Let me just get to the score. So the Ottawa Senators beat Tampa 7-4. But again, it's a nothing game, because the Leafs locked up home ice advantage for the first round last game. And speaking of the last couple of games that I haven't been here critiquing the games, I haven't had a video up in about 10 days. I've been away doing other things, and it is what it is. That's fine. We'll just move along. The rest of this season in the playoffs is kind of just like getting my feet wet with this whole YouTube thing, and really gonna, push off next season in the right direction. So this is all just basically practice, getting used to all the settings, all the controlling going on here in the studio. And again, finding my voice and finding my voice in front of the camera, because it's a lot different talking to the camera than it is to a live audience, where you get instant feedback so that you can, ensure that they're understanding what you're saying, that they're picking up, or they heard you what you're saying. It makes sense. But now when you're talking to just a circle, you get no feedback, right? So it's a little bit different. So it will take some time to get used to, and hopefully by the time next season starts, I'll be completely comfortable. Everything will be fine. And then we can start making some fantastic content for you and really get into it and talk about other things as well. I have huge plans for this channel, including interviews, bringing guests on so that we can have a little banter going back and forth, because, it's kind of boring after a while just listening to me talk to you all the time. But if we get someone else in here and we get some dialogue going, and we get really other people's opinions as well, that's when I'm at my best, when other people are challenging what the Leafs are doing or what they're not doing. And I just like that whole aspect. So we're going to do a lot of that come next season. Maybe in the summertime, we'll do some of that as well. So you got that to look forward to. And another note, next week, I will be away again, but I will be back for the playoffs. And I'll release a few more videos before the playoffs just to set that whole thing up. But it should be an exciting time when the Leafs are ready for game one against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I really think that the Leafs really have what it takes this year in order to get by the Lightning. And I will reveal my predictions for round one, the amount or the number of games that'll go, etc., as we get into the playoffs and a little bit closer to game one. And that'll come in subsequent videos. Okay, so for now, tonight's game, I guess it's a wrap. The Leafs win 7-1 against the Montreal Canadiens. That's it. We shall see you on the next video. Check back often. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button, click the bell, and click on the notifications to be notified every time a video is uploaded. I appreciate you, and thanks for watching. Oh, and one thing, maybe just put down in the comments how these videos have been going so far. You know, are they improving, or are they just basically staying the same? And what do you want out of these videos, and what do you expect? So thanks for watching. I appreciate you. We'll see you on the next video.